name's Cody. I'm a recovering addict.
My name's Sal. I'm a recovering addict.
I'm Pat. I'm a recovering addict.
Julian Padilla, alcoholic addict.
So our mission right now, we're all part of the street team together. Pretty much what we're doing right now is gonna go pick up a fallen brother that pretty much relapsed. He came to the program a little while back and tried to get back in 2 months ago. He didn't make the commitment, so he's been out there on and off using. So we're made some phone calls. All of us did as a group, made some phone calls and talked to me about coming back in. You want to add anything? Julian's known him for about 15 years or so.
Yeah, I've known him half my life actually. Skateboarding and we were always part of like the same circle of friends, and recently this last year me and him got super close, started partying together a lot. And actually if it weren't for Jesse Jacka, I wouldn't know about this place. His ex-girlfriend's actually the one that told me about it, because he came here yeah, about half a year ago. And so anyways, really excited to see him right now, and happy to be part of, you know, getting to go rescue this dude.
Yeah, pretty much my story is I got in by pretty much flyers. By Aaron off the street team got me in, put a flyer on my car, overdosed. A week later they found me again. I was still in denial at the time, and I checked myself in and made it through. Now I'm able to be part of the street team. So it's pretty much the arts gave me another passion and purpose to live by reaching out to others, and that's been one of my main coping skills. And like pretty much what's helped me out a lot in my recovery get stronger is by helping out others.
And to kind of echo that, you know, my whole life I was self-serving, and what I do for a living is I'm a skateboarder, and that was always my goal, like since I was a little kid. And once I finally reached that goal, it was ultimately unfulfilling, and my life had kind of plateaued, and I fell into this like party lifestyle. And you know, once I came here, the crazy part is like I was at the skate park the week before I came here, like signing autographs, and then the next week I was living with my girlfriend at the time. The next week she kicked me out. She came home, found me hammered drunk, and I ended up sleeping in a dumpster that night, and woke up like 2 or 3 in the morning to hear the dumpster shaking. And what I realized that what was happening was I was about to be dumped into a dump truck, and came very close to death. Jumped out of the dumpster, dropped about 10 feet to the floor, and yeah, that's when I realized like things were really getting out of control. And like I said, I only knew about this place because of Jesse's ex-girlfriend told me about it, and so I walked down here, and yeah, then the rest is history. I got in here and worked the program to the best of my ability, and once I got on the street team, I found passion and purpose in my life, you know, and I realized that God didn't put me on this planet to you know, to merely ride a skateboard and all this self-serving. God put me on this planet to help others, and I know that for a fact, and I get to do that every day with the street team. I get to go out and reach out to people that are struggling and inspire hope to the hopeless, and inspire others to dream again. I'm very grateful to be part of this.
My little story, I was actually on my way to another detox. Sat there for like 5-10 minutes, and that place was really disgusting. So my godmother, she works for Sabbatical. She found this one right here, and at the American Rehab Camp, she found that one. That was the best decision I made. If I would have stayed at that one rehab the detox that I started off at, I wouldn't have lasted. I wouldn't have lasted at all. But I had struggled with for 8 years. I have struggled with addiction. I've been out with the IV and meth user, and I was self-serving my whole entire time too. You know, I mean, I guess that's all addicts really, to tell you the truth. So to be out here with the street team and doing this, you know, it actually gives me passion and purpose to be out here with these guys, and seeing Cody and seeing Julian, Aaron, and Mike and all them, their drive, it's kind of like rubbing off on me. So it rubs on, you know, being surrounded by these guys, I love being with them and doing what we do every day.
Big Buck John. Pat, you want to share a little about your story or
Yeah.
how you got here?
Well, I came from Detroit to be here and work with the program. I got sober 2 years ago, but I've been homeless.
Try to speak up, just get out on the speaker is.
And, okay, thanks, Cody.
Well, just making sure.
No, I've been homeless and living in the woods and living in Detroit, bouncing around from couch to couch and stuff. And it was kind of a rough time for me. What got me sober was when I got out of jail. I was like sick of everything, and I just couldn't take it no more. I couldn't do it no more. So I ended up working with some brick masons, and they kept overdosing and dying. And it was tragic. It was sad. So anyway, I reached out to my parents that I hadn't talked to in 2 years, and I asked them if there was any way I could get out of Detroit and where I could go. Actually, originally I tried going to Minnesota. That's a whole other story. But I ended up, my dad knew somebody who owns these rehabs, you know, Mike. So he asked him if he would help his son. So here I am, and it's, you know what, it's been a learning process. You know, I never went to recovery to get sober. So there's still a lot that I have to learn besides just not drinking and doing drugs. You know, so this is like, for me, I almost feel like I have less time than a lot of these people. Because my brain's still like back in Detroit, you know, and it's, I don't know, but I'm blessed to be here and I'm happy to. So, you know, and this is what we do. We save lives, we make sure people are okay. Even when they're not in the program no more, we're always looking out for people. So it's a lot different than where I came from, you know, where nobody cared about anybody. So that's what we're about. Okay.
Another little thing to touch base on. In my whole addiction, I've been through like 7 other rehabs, and every time I never done nothing like this. I've always tried to run from my addiction, run from my problems. I was pretty much known as a runner. Pretty much, I'll mess up in a state, move to another state, end up doing good for a little bit, mess up, run from it. I never faced my addiction in the battle like I have here. We actually go down where the people are getting high right in front of us. We find drugs, needles, paraphernalia on the ground in front of us. We step over it to pass flyers to people. We put ourselves, you know, in positions where most addicts will say that's not good. Most counselors say that's not the ideal thing. But for us, it makes us actually, prepares us when we leave the structured place where we've already been there and we already know how to go about that situation. Before, when I'll be in rehabs, I never been in a predicament where I was around drugs. So when I get around drugs, I get anxiety and just use. Now when I get a little anxiety, but I'm there for a different reason, to share our experience, strength, and hope, for share our stories, how we got there and where we're at now. Like this bond we have here, we're doing this out of our own time, you know, like we all got together just to be care for another addict, people that, not just because he came to the program with us, we know him, but like Julie knows him personally. I barely known Jesse probably for maybe a little over a month, you know, like that just shows what this program does, is we care for another addict. We don't really want another addict to be out there using a relapse. In my whole addiction, you know, yeah, I would want my family, friends to get clean, but no strangers. I didn't care less about strangers. If somebody overdosed, that was a stranger, I could care less. But now it's giving me this whole different like train of thought where, no, everybody deserves a chance. I'm no different than anybody else. So that's what it just motivates every single one of us to get up every morning and give back to the community and spread the awareness of how bad this opiate and addiction is out here in this, not just this community, but worldwide. So
that's kind of the idea behind, you know, the shirts say friends helping friends, and the reason that it says that is because, you know, we've been where these people have been, you know, these addicts that are still suffering and still using. They've been in their same exact positions before, and you know, we know exactly what they're going through, and we can feel the pain, not just empathize but sympathize. And you know, that being said, they're more willing and open to hearing us out, because
than just that, it keeps us humble.
So, didn't mean to cut you off, but we just now showed up to Jesse's house right now, picking him up. We just got a hold of him today about getting back in the program. And so we're actually all glad that he accepted it and willing to change his life and turn it around. And I know, not just for me, but all of us, we're excited to see where he's gonna go from here and see him grow in his recovery. So, we'll be right back.